Hello friends. I am coming live to you from our main floor. So you probably are going to hear the dogs again. So apologies for that. If they catch on I'm talking, they may run up the stairs and start barking. You're not going to see my face because my setup back here with the camera and the computer is a house of cards. And I was afraid that if I moved the camera, everything was going to tumble down. So you're just going to see what I'm working on. The hutch for the Repurpose for a Purpose event is painted, and now it's time for finishing touches. So that's what we're going to do today, and I'm going to do a design on the front of these drawers, and then I think on the inside of the doors, but I haven't figured that out yet. So let me show you the stencil. It is a flower book. I'm not using the book, I'm just going to use the flowers. And I'm going to use this eggshell color, which it's hard to see because it's the same as, not the same, but very close to the stencil. So this was a spring color last year and I absolutely love it. I'm going to use it up soon, I think, but this is the color that's going to go on. So wish me luck. I'm going to lay the stencil on. And then I'm going to mark off some of the things I don't want to chalk so that I don't get crazy happy and just paste up everything. So I'm trying to line up that big flower with the center of the drawer, kind of. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm gonna make sure I get all of it. Of course, I just moved it. Get all of it on the drawer, so not too high. And that looks pretty good, I think. And the stencil's not sticking, which is not good. Yeah, it's really not sticking very well. Let me try to tape it down in places and see if that helps. All right. So when it's for me, I don't stress too much about stuff, but when it's for somebody else or for an event or something, then I do. So I may be a little picky today, even though I know art is not perfect, and I'm okay with that most of the time. So I think that's pretty all right. We're gonna see what happens. And then I'm gonna tape off. Of course, my tape's not going to work. I'm going to tape off these little guys because I don't want those here. They're little bees and little butterflies. And my husband said, why don't you put those on the front of the doors? But I don't know. I'm not thrilled with that idea. So I'm just going to cover those so that I don't get paste up there. If you hop on, say hello. I hope you're having a good Saturday so far. Pretty nice here, but very windy. I think they said like mid to upper 50s, which is nice. It's the St. Patrick's Day parade in downtown Chicago today, so that'll be nice, but the wind won't be that great. But it's better than freezing cold, so I'm sure those people don't mind. Like I said, I'm going to tape down this top over here, try to keep the stencil flat. You see it's bubbling on me. If I tape it underneath. That might work. Did the tape fall? Of course it did. All right, that might work. And I'm gonna tape the book because I don't want that. So I'm just gonna tape the part. This is going to be difficult, isn't it? I want the stem. Yeah, this might be hard to... Dilemmas. See, I want the little stem piece. Maybe that's good enough. I feel like I'm gonna get bubbles down here, like bleeds. Probably should have done this off camera so you guys didn't have to watch all that. But, all right, maybe that's slightly better. Not really. I have a lot of bubbles, and bubbles are bleeds, and I don't want that. Yeah, that's a bubble too. Oh, you guys. I'm just gonna see what happens and pray that I can fix it all. And there's a hair. Oh, it's on the top. Good. All right. So then I'm struggling. I'm gonna take this. So I don't paste over there. All right, that's good. Do this side. And then we'll get to chalking. And I'm going to use the chalk and lift again so that the paste doesn't dry up at the top, which is never a good thing. This part, let's see. That's good enough. Yeah, there's a big bubble there. You see it. This may not turn out, and I may have to go back to painting and come up with a different idea, which will make me sad, but we'll see what happens. All right, maybe I will try to lift this. Get that bubble out. As long as it's not bubbled by the stencil part, the silk screen, it's okay. I also don't want to ruin my stencil. All right, I think that's as good as I'm going to be able to get it. Okay. All right. Good thing you can't see me. I'm sweating. That was a chore. All right, I'm gonna start at the top, work my way down, and chalk and lift. Wish me luck. There's no going back now. So, as I'm doing this, pop on. If you pop on, say hello. I don't know how much you know about the DuPage Habitat for Humanity Repurpose for a Purpose event, but I think it's might be their third annual event. I'm not exactly sure. But I participated last year, and it was a lot of fun. So this year, when I got invited back, I said, yes, please. And what they do is they have people pick items from their restore stores and then refinish them, repurpose them, do whatever they want with them. And then they have an auction, and that's how they raise some money for their organization. And that's gonna be a problem right here. I see it. So I'm just gonna do my best. I might have to come back in with like a paintbrush or something. We'll see. But yeah, so that's how they raise money for their organization. And this year, the event is going to be held on April 13th at the Painted Tree Boutiques in Naperville. And that's where we have our shop. So that's exciting. And if you're local, come on out. It's the 13th, I believe, is a Saturday. It's from 12 to 2 in the afternoon. And it should be a lot of fun and a great way to raise funds for a great cause. I'm gonna lift that up and see how badly that worked. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to come back in, and like these pieces that are between the drawers are gonna give me a little bit of a problem. So I'm just gonna chalk, and then I'll come back later with a paintbrush and try to fix them. So I'm gonna just lay that back down. Try to get rid of my bubbles. Yeah. Again, a good idea in my head. Maybe not so great in execution. But we'll see. We'll see how it looks and decide from there. Trying to at least get the design. I can fix some of it. I know I can. But if it bleeds, that's the bigger problem, and I've got bubbles here. All right. Here, I could hear like when there's air in there, and that's when there's, see that one too. Oh, that's the center of the drawer, that's why. All right, I should have probably gone with my first idea, which was to cover up the center and just leave it black. So that may be actually, if I can fix the rest, maybe I'll just go back and paint the black again. And then I thought, no, I could probably do it. I think I was mistaken. I don't think I can do it. All right, I think I'm gonna, oh no, let me go over here. Do this real quick. And then I think I'm gonna lift again. I should have done the doors on live instead of the drawers. Okay, actually it's not too bad. I think I can fix some of that. I'm not sure what's happening at the top. It's kind of, all right, I'm just going to be very careful. And the last part. And then I will let you go and enjoy your Saturday. You have anything fun planned? I would like to finish this up if I can and seal it. And then maybe drop it off at the painter's. I don't know that I'll get all that done today, but maybe some, maybe the majority. We'll see. We'll see how the day goes. See if I cry, because this isn't quite what I wanted, but it's actually not terrible. careful because I can see the bubbles. Bubbles are never good. Bubbles usually mean bleeding paste, and that is never a good thing. I'm not gonna be able to get in there. And do as much as I can, and then maybe paint the rest with the chalk paste. The paintbrush, that should work okay. The top part is worrisome, but we'll see. Hopefully I didn't get chalk paste there. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it like that and come back and try to fix those portions. So we're gonna lift from the bottom. Oh yeah, I got a lot of bleeding down here, crap. All right. So I'm gonna try to clean up, well, yeah, I do have a lot of bleeding. I'm gonna try to clean up that real quick. I hope you guys have a great day. Wish me luck that this comes out okay, and I'll see you next week. Bye.